Tonight, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 4 of the NFL Preseason on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Off the play fake, Abraham. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Abraham. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Nance, a strong running. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Off play action. Abraham. And the nose clear, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
To throw on 2nd down, Abraham. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Abraham. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
3. Bills nothing.
So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
Bills take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
9-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. He was already in some pretty rarefied air, and he just stepped into another zip code now because he passed Walter Payton for 2nd place all time on the NFL rushing list.
So it's not just the talent, right? It's not just having a couple of really good years. It's the longevity and doing it at a consistently high level. Remember those workouts Walter Payton was famous for, running up the hill in Chicago and how guys would try it and they couldn't keep up? Well, we know someone who could keep up because he's doing it quite well right now. Just past Walter Payton. Say it one more time.
Walter Payton, the only man ahead of him now, a couple thousand away from Emmitt Smith. Throwing on 1st down, Castillo. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Castillo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Castillo on 1st and 10. This is the tight end Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Castillo now. From the gun, he'll throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Javon Kinlaw. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Castillo. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to number
From 8 yards out, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. 25-yard. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired, and if nothing else.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Taken down.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abraham. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Saints 3. Jamie Gillen in punt formation.
It's taken to the 25. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
On third down, Mayo. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That catch good for only a couple. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right. They'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way. I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On third down, Locklear. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Locklear. Incomplete.
The pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Locklear. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Saints are back within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. More now on the return. Football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Mayo. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bills will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And his kick is good. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think that he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Cunningham. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Jamie Gillen down, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Witt. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue. See guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
5-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and
an excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Put after right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on second down. Locklear. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Locklear. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Mayo. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Mayo. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards that time.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down. Mayo. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 15 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Partner,
join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Locklear. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Looking to throw. Locklear. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locklear, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 10.
To throw on 3rd down. Locklear. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Preseason football on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, you had to throw it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. at the 17-yard line.
Cunningham able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On the carry.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Looking to throw on second down. Locklear. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 8 yards out. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to wonder why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try and make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up at the 46. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And the Saints are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break it the football, get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.